Today we're going to talk about different ways that you can advertise your lawn care business. I'm Frank, and I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs start and grow their lawn care business. So, if you're looking to start or grow your lawn care business, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button so you're notified of my future videos. Let's get started. So you want to utilize social media the best you can, right? And there are many ways to do that. Obviously, Facebook, Instagram, and now there's this TikTok, which is, really popular as well. You want to make sure that you're on those platforms advertising your business. Whether you just have a presence and you're posting once or twice or 3 times a week and just letting people know that hey, here I am, I do lawn care, do you know anybody that needs my services? And obviously you can also advertise, which costs a little bit of money if you're running ads on Facebook or Instagram and other social media platforms. But there are ways to do those kind of advertisements on like Facebook, Instagram for free. And whenever you do your work, do a before and after, post it on Facebook. That way it tells people, hey, look how nice the job that they did with this flower bed, and that they planted some flowers. Look how beautiful that looks. And it also lets people know within your circle, hey, that this guy does X, Y, and Z. So when they see you enough times, they're going to remember you whenever they need something, or perhaps one of their friends or coworkers or family member needs something done. They're gonna, they might be at work and say, hey, do you need anybody that does flower beds or mulching? I just moved into the area. I'm looking for someone. Oh yeah, I saw a post, they do a great job. Let me connect you with this person. So again, it's a really, really good way to put yourself out there and get people interested in what you do. So I recommend definitely getting on all the social media network groups as soon as possible. So online advertisement, just like we talked about with social media, the online advertisement platform, that's when you're gonna actually pay a little bit of money with Google ads or Facebook ads. You have Nextdoor, different areas where you're gonna pay to advertise online. And that's a really good way, but again, when you're first starting out, that might not be the best way or the most efficient way of spending your money. And as far as print ads go, we have the money mailers and the advos and Valpaks. Depending on what areas you're in, you're going to have different types of advertisement that goes out in the mail. And believe it or not, those things still work pretty well. Again, you just want to make sure that you're getting the good return on investment. And if you are, then it doesn't really matter what avenue you're taking. If I know my customer acquisition cost is X dollars, and whenever I spend $300, $400 on a money mailer or a Valpak, and I get X number of customers from that, then I know my return was a good investment. If it's not a good investment, then I'm going to reevaluate either advertising with them or talking to them and letting them know, hey, I need to get it at a reduced cost, and if I can't, then obviously it's just not a good fit. So absolutely, online advertisement, yes, for sure we want to do that, and print advertisement, with ads like Valpak and Money Mailer, that's also a good avenue to generate business for sure. If you're first starting out, obviously you want to get plenty of business cards printed out, and and maybe you're going to put on there your services, and some people might even, if you're specializing on mowing, you might even put some prices on there so they know what to expect as soon as they call you. And if you're already doing lawns in your neighborhood, what I like to recommend, and I know a lot of people do this in the industry, is make sure that you're either putting flyers or on the 5 houses around the property you just did. But in this case, if you have business cards, make sure you're putting business cards. It's much easier to carry around. You might already have an offer that's specific to that area, right? So if you already know that, Mrs. Jones, the customer that you're mowing right now, you're charging $35, and it's kind of cookie cutter neighborhood, you might just do business cards for that neighborhood, 1,000 or so, and every single time that you're out there doing Mrs. Jones's lawn, you're hitting, the 2 neighbors next to it and the 3 across, that's the 5. But if you want to do more, absolutely. You want to do it repetitively because you're trying to get in their mind that, hey, here you are. And people generally don't need services until they need the services. So when they need it, that's when you got to be in front of them. So if you put a flyer or a business card on a door and they pick it up and they don't need your services right now, that business card is going to get put in the drawer or lost, right? So you want to make sure next week you come out, you put another one, because maybe now they need it. Why do they need it now and they didn't need it a week ago? Maybe their lawnmower broke, right? Or maybe the services that were being provided by another company, that company is no longer around, right? So that's why you want to make sure that you're in front of them at all times. And if you already have a customer, Mrs. Jones, on that street, what better way to spend your time than just putting some, business cards on each one of those doors and offering your services when they need it. That's how you're going to be able to penetrate an area, because as you will, if you already don't know, if you're starting out, most business owners that are in this industry, they know how important it is not to drive around as a whole lot, but really when you get to a street, you're doing 5, 6, 7 yards, right? You want to have route density. That's what we're looking for. So maybe you are, Mrs. Jones is $35, and maybe you can give, first cut $10 off to the neighbors next to them, just to get them on, because you are trying to develop that route density. So when you get to that neighborhood, how cool would it be if you're doing 6, 7, 8 lawns within that one street? That's a really good way to spend your time, and that relates to being more profitable, and your cash flow is going to go through the roof. Any kind of advertisement, if again the return on investment is right, then it works, right? So if I take a flyer and I'm going to get it printed out and I'm going to do 1,000, 10,000. If I get that flyer at the right price and I have the right offer and I'm going to the right community, then it's going to work out great. But if you're paying too much for the flyer, if your offer's not very attractive, and or you're going to the community that doesn't need your services, again, in Texas, they don't need snow plowing, so I'm not going to advertise snow plowing. But in certain communities, maybe they need other things than other communities, right? Some communities might not be able to afford your type of services, so you want to make sure that you're getting specific to those areas what they need. So again, when it comes to flyers and any kind of advertisement piece, then you want to make sure that you're getting the right price for the flyers, you got the right offer, and you're going to the right communities. And of course, it's going to work well. So brochures are a really good and effective way to advertise the different services that you have with more real estate, so you can explain the things that you do and maybe put some pricing and different kind of things on there, maybe even some pictures showcasing the kind of work that you do. So again, it's basically you have more real estate where you can kind of showcase your services. And for sure, they work really well. They are a little bit pricey, so make sure that you're getting either a good price or you're catering those to the areas that you know are going to work really well. Direct mail is a really good and effective way to advertise in a way that you are really pinpointing down to the type of customers that you're trying to get for your business, right? So, you have the shotgun effect that would be like Money Mailer, Valpak, and then you have really the sniper effect where, you're going in and really focusing in on different areas. Maybe this community has a household income of X dollars, which is really attractive to the type of, services that you offer, and you're going to get a really good return on investment. You're able to do direct mail to them, and it's going to cost you more, but again, you're not wasting money when you do the shotgun effect of, advertising to everyone within the community where, you're going to get a lot less return on investment. So definitely direct mail is a really good way to advertise. Word of mouth, comes down to how good of a job you're doing, right? That's kind of like your scorecard, right? Your grade. So if you're doing a really, really good job, then you're going to get the word of mouth. But one thing that people fail to do when it comes to word of mouth is ask. Ask the customer, hey, can you recommend me to some of your friends, family, that kind of thing. Again, if you're doing a good job that you're going to, that you want other people to see your work, you're going to feel confident that, you're going to be able to ask for that referral or, the word of mouth that we're looking for. So make sure that you're doing a good job first, obviously answering the phone and, getting out there on a timely manner, making sure the work is done and done really, really well. So when that person gives you the referral or the word of mouth, then, they feel at ease that they're able to recommend you, right? You don't want to recommend somebody and that person doesn't do a good job. So first thing first, make sure that you're doing a good job and make sure that you're asking for referrals, and you'll get that word of mouth. Family members and friends, that's a great way. Maybe you can even get them to put some stuff, on social media for you. Maybe you do a little bit of trade where you come out and help them out with the flower bed and mulching at a discounted price, and you say, hey, can you post that on your Facebook? That's a great word of mouth, right? I am here to help you, so make sure that you leave comments below letting me know what kind of videos you'd like to see more of. That way I can help you start and grow your lawn care business. So make sure that you subscribe, like, and hit the bell button so you're notified of my future videos. See you next time, lawn care pros.